to go pee, Brian? Can I trust you to briefly describe to that microphone what is going on, where we are, what they missed?
I forgot everything.
That's okay. We'll do your best, all right? And people can help him with that.
Is it on right now?
Yeah, it's on right now.
We're in a wet hole.
Yeah, we all gathered and joined Felix's expedition to Chult.
We are the Order of Friends.
We are the Order of Friends. Very good name. And we all...
You all missed your opportunity to...
For one reason or another, we gathered together on this expedition to go to Chult, where there is a plague, some sort of issue, where people who have been brought back from the dead are starting to die again, and no one else is being able to be brought back from the dead.
There is a death curse.
We don't know that that's what it's called.
That is what we are calling it.
That's what
it's been called so far.
That is what my people are calling it.
And we have been brought here by, what was that lady's name? Syndra, who is like a super powerful mage that somehow can't solve this problem on her own. She wears a silver mask.
Someone's bitter.
She took us to the harbor where we were told to go to the inns, and that is what has happened. And somebody decided to go to the Shady Inn.
She described it as fun. She said it was a fun place to be. Yeah, have a good time.
What does she know about fun? She's like dying and has a weird mask.
Oh, she wears a silver mask. She's probably pretty wild.
She's a mage. She knows about fun.
Alright, I described it right with me.
Cool. We got Brian on Reginald. We have Owen on Conail. We have Keenan on Aelar. We have Galen on Felix. Stephen on Jin-ro. And Brianna on Phyrra. That's going to be hard.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's a Pyrrhic victory. Oh boy. Yeah, and we're in the market.
I got a really strange question.
What's up, man?
Thorn Whip says that it creates a whip, and then I make a melee attack, a ranged melee attack with that whip. Whips are finesse weapons.
So Dex.
Does that count even though it's a spell that just like...
Yeah, because it
whips. That's what I want to know.
You're like making a weapon and then doing a thing.
I'm going to cause some problems with this spell.
Oh boy.
You make a melee attack.
Brian.
You do a little tiny bit of damage, and then you pull them 10 feet closer to you.
Alright, man.
Sure. Which, that's what the casters want.
Okay.
You want people right up in your face.
Can you pull yourself 10 feet closer?
No. Owen is leading the charge on this one. Yeah. Whoever is going with Owen, you guys go past. You go past an enormous sook that has 3 wings to it. It's an enormous market. It smells. It smells okay. It smells like fruit. It smells like spices. It smells like animals, too.
Cool.
But it is loud as fuck, and it smells pretty good. You keep going. There's another hill with an enormous... It's a smaller hill than the other one, than the other 2 that you went by. There's a hill. There's a big red building on top of it. And then you end up in a market that does not have a huge building around it. This is just an outdoor market. But this one is all about meat.
Yeah, me too.
So people are selling meat, people are selling vegetables, fruit. They're selling some alcoholic beverage, which is clearly alcoholic, that is amber in color and looks a bit syrupy. And they're selling clothing. People are selling insect repellent, rain catchers, and other household goods. And everybody here is Chelton. There are no, you don't see any...
The 8 people?
No. Oh, those people are called Yamako.
Okay. The what people, did you say?
The 8 people.
Oh, they said egg people.
No. But anyways, you find the Thundering Lizard.
Yeah.
Party time.
Yeah. Alright, so, Jin-ro, I've got this idea. I've got this card game that I've been coming up with in my head, and I think as long as you and I are quick about it, we can make some money playing this card game with people who've never heard of it before, because I just came up with it myself in my own head.
So you like make up the rules.
Well, I make
This
up
is
the
like fucking Calvin Ball.
I make up the rules, but I explain them all beforehand, but they're confusing. So you and I will do well, and they will not, and then we will have their money, and then we won't play this game after tonight.
You're gonna be fun.
Jin-ro, the rules are really simple.
What are the
Are
rules?
you trying to take Jin-ro's money?
No, Jin-ro's helping me.
Okay.
He's my confederate.
Okay.
What are the rules?
Well, okay, and like I lead into like
Oh,
a discussion of a complicated, nonsensical
No,
Okay.
what are the
deck
rules?
building game with like a normal like fucking 52 bicycle deck, but somehow you're built like yeah.
It's just 52.
Okay, so I'm going to.
And then you
Teaching
take
him how to
their
steal
money.
people's money.
I'm going to steal from. So is this literally you're just doing a sleight of hand check, and then that should be like a profession check for money?
Sure.
Is that
yeah.
okay? All right.
Hey, Felix.
Give me player's handbook.
We should maybe think about the reputation that our party would like to present. Perhaps swindling people of their money.
First of all, you don't know this is
This
happening.
is a well,
I know what he's doing. I know who he is.
Wait, it's not something because I'm not like palming cards. Wouldn't this be more of a deception thing?
Oh, okay, sure.
Because I'm just trying to make it like these people will have, by the rules, legitimately lost their money.
So
Look, he's not cheating them out of their money. He's
Consistent
just
rules,
being
and you're
really
leading them into the game. You're just not
because
doing a good job explaining it to them, so
Yeah.
they get confused within the
He's
existing.
explaining
Yeah, I
rules
don't-
they lost in the
Okay.
game.
I don't see anything
Make it-
wrong with
this
him
is how you
sharing.
keep the cops out of it.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. They're bad at this game.
Yeah.
I don't
It's not like you're
understand why you're
introducing new
upset
rules
at
that you,
him
like,
sharing
just
his
came
game
up
with
with, right?
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm just saying, if we want to make friends around here, maybe we shouldn't go around taking people's money.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they're giving it to me because
Yeah.
they're lost. It's different.
Yeah.
Come on.
Owen,
What's
what
up?
is Jin-ro's? Sorry, Conail. What is Jin-ro's role in all of this?
He's playing with me to like
Is it like
to make my idea seem plausible.
He's the wingman in the con.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my plan. He's my confederate in the crowd.
Are you gonna like teach him the game in front of everyone
Yes,
else?
yes.
And-
Okay.
And maybe he wins the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
like
does he actually need to
three card
do
game.
anything, or is he just there?
he's just there.
Okay.
Owen just deals
He
with
just needs to like act like he's interested in learning this.
Okay. So roll a performance check. Me?
I mean,
You're good at that,
I'm
right?
actually curious to win this game.
All right. Roll with
Jin-ro's
advantage.
like, oh, I've never
Roll
heard
with
of this
advantage. And it's, since we're actually like getting into it, I want to remind people you are rewarding insight to each other, not me, and I'm getting final say on that. So remember to do that. You are rolling a d20. You're doing it with insight, or not insight, advantage. Do you remember how that works?
Twice and then
So-
Would you like
so-
a second D20?
And you're rolling a performance check.
Yeah, but you rolled two.
You get to
good
pick
ones.
which
Steven,
one.
you're rolling a performance.
even though like,
you
I'm not
still
rolling.
are having to perform.
Okay,
for,
yeah.
like you're trying to.
but I'm being genuine about it.
Yes, which is why you get advantage.
Okay.
You're method acting.
Brian, what's your character's
18.
first name again?
Do I add anything?
You add your performance modifier, which would be your
Original.
charisma, and then do you have performance as a skill?
No.
No, so just charisma.
So, nice.
19. All right, fuck, man. So Jin-ro,
Very genuine person.
Jinro.
Unbelievably clueless.
Yeah. So it's actually funny. The people around here, you go to the thunder lizard, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, Thundering Lizard, what's up? I got a card game to teach you. And I just found this. I found this young gentleman on the street. He's gonna help me teach you this card game. He's
Who's also obviously not from here.
but
We definitely don't know each other.
here's the thing, though, is Choltons fucking love Jin-ro.
Oh, has he been here before?
No, because he's black.
I was about to say, like, he's darker or as dark as them.
So like they're into him, right? And he's like, bros, let me show you. Like you don't say bros, but you're like
Check out this sweet game.
friends. My friend Conail, he has this amazing card game. Let us teach it to you. It's a gambling card game, and they're like, whatever. Like we're here for a good time. Fucking let's do it.
We didn't come to the Thunder Lizard and not lose all our money.
So anyway, the people take a break from arguing about who's going to win the next dinosaur race to play your card game with you. So dinosaur racing. Anyway,
We're gonna go see that.
Yeah.
Let's go get some dinosaurs.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll need a day to remember to learn animal friendship.
I want to
Speak
know
for
animals.
animals. and then I'll go get us some animals, and I'll be like, "Yo, which ones of you were the fastest?" And they'll be like,
Wow, good story, right?
That's gonna happen.
"Yeah."
Give me an oval wrapper.
I feel like we already did that adventure just now.
So you want a fully grown one, not one that's still.
No, but an oval wrapper is a specific species of dinosaur. Okay. Is the chunk that your job? No. Yeah, they eat eggs. They have curved beaks.
I was looking at you. They are eggs. Come on, man.
Alright, so
Well, those are the egg people we're talking about?
Owen, you attract a crowd of
Excellent.
okay. You attract 4 Chultans.
Okay.
You have two Yamako, who one introduces himself as River Mist, and the other one introduces himself as Flask of Wine.
Okay.
And then you have also attracted a human of Eurasian extraction. He has pale skin, and he has with him a companion who is a halfling. They introduce themselves as Ferul and Gondolo.
Gondolo? Is that the halfling?
That is the halfling, yes. So Gondolo and Ferul, they are very raucous, whereas River Mist and Flask of Wine are more interested in learning the game.
Okay.
And then the 4 Chultans are here. They're here to gamble.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
And so. Yeah, you have these people wrapped up. What are we doing?
I'm doing dazzling cardness
Okay.
and explaining the rules of the game of Enforce.
Enforce.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
And so it involves like putting the cards on the table in a big pool, and then people like dash to build a good deck quickly and compete. Except there's a lot of like contradictions in the rules that you need to keep in mind.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can't.
So it's a bit like skip bow plus Mao.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you know how like English is a language that's full of like breaking its own rules and like weird.
Yeah.
The rules are like that, where it's
a
just
Jack is wild, except for
so the rules.
Unless there's a king on the board.
The rules are just littered with little tripwires in the rules of like. So it's very easy to think you understand what's going on and then fuck up. And when someone reminds you of the rules, you realize you fucked up, kind of thing.
All right.
Like
So-
it's just a mess. If it were a real game, it would have been designed by idiots.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's necessarily wrong.
Well,
but anyway.
I got 10 hints.
All right. So Owen, what do we?
It's not dumb, it's just not for
You have explained the rules by virtue of the fact that Jin-ro is here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is hanging out. The Yamako siblings, they don't seem super interested in the game anymore. They kind of want to leave,
Well, it's a waste of your time to learn a game and then not play it for money. Sit down.
they want to leave. They're leaving.
Okay.
Unless you.
Well,
force them to stay.
Persuasion and roll some dice.
yeah, I've got persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Go for it.
It was a die I can use. All right, nerds, sit down and play. Shut up and sit down.
Sit down, shut up.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, no, you have it as your thing, so you get your +4 because you get
Oh,
efficiency plus your.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I got an 8 on my
Okay.
persuasion.
All right. Yeah, they're like maybe another time. They're interested in the game, but not right now. They don't have any money because no one's been hiring them as guides for the jungle.
Okay.
So like they're like, man, we don't have
And
any
are we going into the jungle?
Ferul and Gondola are like, that's weird. We're guides too. Let's anyway, we're playing the game.
Yeah.
So
Want me to roll deception at them?
I mean, is that what you're doing? You're rolling
Yeah.
deception to rob them of their money.
Yes.
Okay. So one moment, please.
Legitimately
Separate them from their money.
You're separating them from their money by virtue of this game being incredibly unfair.
Coming back a month later, are you guys still playing Enforce? I have a new game for you. It's called Confront.
God damn it.
It's called Hongo.
Yeah.
Is there a pattern here I'm missing, or?
Confront is one of the actions you can take in Tonga.
Oh, okay.
In for indie poker Monopoly.
Okay.
The game is
So yeah, Owen, roll deception.
Okay. Yeah, natural 20, baby.
Damn.
24.
Okay,
Give me
so
your money.
anyway, Owen, you are going to roll 44,
Okay.
and you are going to double the result on that, and that is how many SP you have earned.
SP.
Get out of here. Wow, how much SP have you made today, Brian?
I throw my
18
SP on the ground.
So that's doubled. 8.
No, it's 9 is what I rolled. So
Okay,
it's
it's 18 all day.
SP.
All right, cool.
Can't roll 18 on 44.
I don't know, man. I'm not like. So yeah,
You're gonna try it.
you have filched these 6 gentlemen of their SP that they put up.
Excellent. Well, teach your friends.
SP is
This is a great
100 to
game.
a G.
No,
10.
10.
Oh, Hoppers, sorry.
Yeah.
Hoppers.
100.
Tell your friends. Teach them.
Yeah, so they're super. They're like okay.
If you need rules clarification, just hit me up.
The Tultans are unhappy. Farul and Gondolo are unhappy that they have lost all this money.
Oh, weird.
They wish to play you at a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wish to play you at a card.
Is it one of those wish to play like in those cowboy movies where they're
No.
like, you better sit
no.
down and play another game with me?
they're unhappy because so for them, Brian, for the Chultans, the stakes are basically if they don't win their money back, they don't get to drink anymore. And they're like sailors, so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then for Rule and Gondolo, they just like they're unhappy that they lost, right? And so they would like to play you at their party.
Okay.
They would like to play you at a poker style bluffing.
I'm gonna let them win like a pity amount of money back. Like let them win like on 2 silver back, so they can feel like they're in control.
So would you like to? I think so. If you're going to personally like tank yourself, that's not difficult to do. Like as far as like dexterity or anything like that. So I think this is going to be a deception roll.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to control your money that everyone's putting in.
So I'm just betting like 2 silver. I'm
Sure.
So like
They
make
each
it
get a
believable.
silver back from me.
Okay. Okay.
So like make it believable or something.
Huh?
That he's like losing.
Yeah. So
losing
that's
on
what it's
purpose.
for. It's for him being like, oh, I'm losing on purpose, and like them be happy with the amount he's getting.
I didn't roll a very good deception. I got a 9.
Okay. So
I hope they're happy to get their money.
they
I hope that clouds their perception of
They will
this.
play more.
So Farul and Gondolo are very excited that they've won anything, and they leave.
The kind of guys they are.
They feel they need to exit like on a high note, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh shit, we won. We're gonna go get another round. We're gonna be in the bar. But the 4 Chultan gentlemen are unsatisfied. Clearly, they're indicating that with their body language and facial features. They're unsatisfied with the amount of money that they have received. And one of them basically, he's like, give me my money back.
Ooh, demanding.
He is demanding that you give him his money back. Give me my money back.
No.
Okay, he goes, that is not a good decision for you to be making.
Mom.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Am I still there?
Yeah.
Children's like me, right? Because I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go, like, hey guys,
Not like
come on.
that.
It was a fair
Okay, you want to roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good at that, right? Tons of charisma.
Yeah, a little bit.
Guys get all butthurt when they lose.
19 plus 1.
Okay. So
Plus one.
you're like, guys,
Oh, well, because it's not your skill.
it was a fair game. Are you gonna be a bunch of fucking Welchers?
Yeah, like, come
That's
on.
a bet,
We're just
man.
having fun here.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
How do you know?
Why are you ruining the vibe, man? No, he knows all about how to behave in a bar room because Owen taught him how to. I'm sorry, Conail taught him how to do that.
Got it.
All right, so Jin-ro, you successfully defused the situation, and the fellas they feel bad because they got heated. They feel bad. They buy you guys a drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
They feel bad.
So you still have their money.
I saw something about dinosaur races. Let's go check that out.
Well, they're like the sailor. Oh, that's not happening today.
Oh, okay.
That's like a weekly thing. So, but one's coming up.
What's the best racing
End of this
dinosaur?
So the best racing dinosaur. They have so much to say about this.
Saboba's the best.
It's all about Oh, Ben Quadranero.
Yeah.
No, man, that guy can't even get off the starting line.
It's 4 though.
It's true, he does have 4.
Still sucks.
If his
His name is Quadranero, so he has 4.
What if he only have like 3?
That good George Lucas writing.
Fuck that guy.
if his pod racer started, he definitely would have won.
He would have went 4 times as fast as I would. Well, I guess 2 times as fast.
Alright, there needs to be the joke fat X-Wing pilot. What's his name?
Alright. So there, so this guy, the sailor you were talking to, he says that the best dinosaur is Jungle Princess.
Jungle Princess.
Jungle Princess is the best because Jungle Princess needs a different jockey, is what he says. If Jungle Princess had a different jockey, Jungle Princess would win every fight, every single race. But then one of the other guys is like, no, you can't bet on Jungle Princess. It doesn't pay out. Everyone knows Jungle Princess is good. You have to bet on Bone Cruncher, the young Allosaurus.
Allosaurus?
Damn.
Holy shit.
Racing.
Are these like big dinosaurs?
I said the young Allosaurus.
Allosaurus is still pretty big.
Yeah, that's still a big dinosaur.
Yeah, but all dinosaurs are pretty big. All these ones, at least.
They don't race like
Jungle Princess is a Geonictus.
You now.
Okay.
Geonictus. Oh.
My
It's a
It's a fucking raptor.
And then the third guy. There's 4 of them, but the third guy chimes in and he goes, no, you need to bet on Nasty Boy.
Nasty boy.
Nasty Boy is the most famous. Everyone knows Nasty Boy always wins.
What kind of dinosaur is Nasty?
Nasty Boy is a full-sized Allosaurus.
Okay.
Well, yeah, his legs are way longer.
Actually, no, it's a young Allosaurus, my bad.
Are the dinosaurs allowed to hurt each other? In dinosaur racing?
So
Is this like Death Race?
the 4th guy's like, they're not allowed to.
But they do.
But they do.
Okay.
What are you gonna tell him to stop?
They're not like disqualified if they.
Anyway, these guys are really into dinosaur races. They'll tell you anything you want to know about dinosaur races.
Hey, Felix,
I'm not there.
where are you?
Because I was just waiting for this to be done, because I think we went to the other place.
Oh, you went to the other place?
Yeah.
He went to Kaya's house of repose.
Yeah,
I go
for a
find
more
him.
gentlemanly experience.
I go find Felix and inform
So,
you.
did you know where he was going?
Yeah.
Well, one of the 2 places.
Okay.
That too.
Yeah.
I went with these guys.
So, Kaya's house of repose is on the other side of the red market,
so
the
it
meat
takes
market.
a while. Yeah.
So, no, it's
Okay.
like a 2-minute.
Alright.
It's not that hard. So, you go over there. Felix, you have entered Kaya's house of repose.
Mhm.
It is down here. There's a bunch of like business guys, like merchants. They're wearing like hats, robes, nice jewelry, and they're sitting around just like having quiet discussions about stuff. And there's like a counter, and there's a uniformed person there, like a concierge, and they're like, "Well, will you be staying with us?"
Yes.
Our rates are 1 gold piece per night, and a quiet room on. Do you have a preference of floor? We have 4 floors.
The nicest one.
Oh,
no,
fantastic.
I assure you, sir, all the floors are equally nice.
But which one's your favorite?
I like the 2nd floor because it's easiest to get to.
I'll take the second one.
Okay. A popular choice, sir. Well done. So he takes your gold piece,
Okay.
and he picked up. And he hands you like a placard on a rope that has like a number, and this is your room.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna go to the lounge area.
Okay.
With the business.
yeah, they're talking about rates of exchange between like dinosaur parts, precious gemstones, and like foreign metals, basically. And they're talking about like how they could get a better deal. Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Mm.
how are you all doing today?
They like nod at you.
You look like men of fine standing. Could I interest any of you in? You look like men who sit around for your work, but enjoy comfort while doing so. Do I?
They all like agree with each other.
Are any of you interested in a nice new chair for your your study or office?
Yeah, one of them goes, "I will pay you 10 GP for this chair."
10 GP?
Sold.
What else are you gonna do with it?
I probably don't have any haggling ability and probably never haggle anyway. So I'll just say, yes, that is a fair price for this this item.
Yeah.
Do I have any sense of what because I, like Galen, don't have any sense much of what a GP is worth or
Can I
expensive
show-
furniture is
You are
worth.
a noble. You have no idea what
Okay,
it
Matt,
is.
there we go.
can I show up?
Hold
Okay.
on. So, like, a person, a servant, comes out of nowhere,
Mhm.
down the hallway, takes his chair, and leaves with it. And he, like, snaps at the concierge, and the concierge, like, takes out 10 GP and sets them on the counter and slides them
The
towards you.
concierge
Yeah,
does.
with a pencil.
Nice. Well, I'll pocket that. Are any of you familiar with the interior of this peninsula?
One of them says he, like, I have a stake in silver mine here.
My friends and I are interested in traveling inward from the ocean.
Okay, so he indicates to you that his silver mine is here.
Okay.
Here.
That's the opposite direction of where we want to go.
Yeah, so, like, not really useful for you.
Do you know of any guides who might be able to help us?
So, it's like, if you want to find a rough man to take you through the jungle, go to the Thunder Lizard.
I can't hear, man. I'll let my buds handle that.
And the concierge is like, sir,
Yes?
we have, so, if you wish to hire a guide, I have recommendations.
Yes.
You want to find all the guides in town work for a man named Jobal. Jobal is one of the merchant princes here. If you want to find a guide, I can help you with that. There's a So you're looking for a guide.
Oh.
Okay. Do you have any particular needs when it comes to a guide, as far as just kind of trails off?
Someone who can guide us to the interior of the
Okay,
peninsula.
so say for instance, if the guide was different, you wouldn't have a problem with that.
Different. So different from what?
Different from you.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. Good,
That is fine with me.
Good.
The Order of Friends is welcoming all types of individuals. As long as they're-
I look at my sister and then I look at him.
As long as they are individuals of good standing.
Galen, what does it say about your character that when people just look at you, they assume that you're profoundly racist?
No, man. I believe
elitist.
competencies.
He's elitist, not
So,
racist.
If they can do the job, they can do the job.
I mean, it's a given fact, of course, that poor people tend to not be good at anything. But if they happen to be good at what they want to do, whoa, I'm not gonna say no to them.
wow.
The rich people are rich because they're good at what they do.
It's true. They're there because they deserve it.
And the whole bar agrees.
Here.
Does anyone in here know anything about the curse?
You actually
Subtle.
you hear some. Did you say that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, the gentlemen sitting around on like comfy chairs and couches. They start talking to you about it. They're like, "Oh yes. You're referring to the death curse."
I point at the bell,
No, the other one.
just sort of shrug.
Yeah.
It was a
they
death
seem
curse?
confused.
You always talk about the bad breath
They
curse.
seem confused by your bell. They're like, whatever.
Yes.
So yes, recently the dead. Yeah, you know about it, right?
Yeah. Do you know anything about it besides
There you
the obvious?
No. Please don't set wet things on the paper.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize the outside of the bag was wet.
When did it start?
A few weeks ago.
Is it getting worse?
I mean, for the people who got resurrected, yeah.
It's not increasing in strength, for instance.
They seem confused by your question.
Is there anyone who knows more than you about it?
No.
No, I know the most of anyone else.
Are you sure? I mean, and like they're not. They're like they ask her like between
Yeah.
themselves. They're like, does anyone? And they're like, We don't know of anybody who knows more about it, but like this seems to be a matter for priests. You could go talk to. There's a temple up on the western hill, and then there's the temple out on the tiny island. You could talk to either of those people about it. Although they would suggest the temple out on the western hill because you only go to the temple out on the island if you want a certain.
A certain what now?
They all like laugh knowingly and use innuendo instead of actually saying it.
Felix, do you get it?
No.
The temple will suck your cock.
You're not here.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Temple suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So anyway,
My body's a temple, but not that kind of temple.
so the concierge highly recommends. There are several guides he would recommend to you. Azaka Stormfang. She's a native Chultan.
That's a dope name.
Yeah.
She's really good. Although she has come back from 1 or 2 expeditions alone. But she says that the parties got killed because they made decisions that she recommended they not do, and they got killed for it. We have a older Chultan woman who's named Eku. That's it. I could recommend her. She's very, very knowledgeable about the interior, and has never lost anybody in the jungle. There's Quasha. Quasha is a druid, so obvious benefits there. Then we have Salida. Salida is very good.
Very good.
She's a seasoned explorer. She does have a bit of a sharp tongue, though, so it's an issue maybe. If you wanted if you wanted another selection of guides, I believe there are more guides at Fort Balurian. And then obviously there are other guides around town, but these are the ones that I recommend.
Sounds good. What time of day is it?
Right now, it's like mid-afternoon.
We'll probably get a move on. Let's go talk to one of these guides. Where would I find Eku?
Eku. All right.
I hear she's very knowledgeable.
Wonderful. Yes, Eku. She is staying here at the inn, the House of Repose. Would you like to see her?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you find like a side room that has like chairs in it. It's like a library. There's like books here, Eku is a older Chultan woman. I have a picture of her.
Character's looking weird.
Yeah, she's like, she says, while the lure of pillaging the antiquity of Chult is a temptation, I appeal to those who find fulfillment in doing actual good in the world. I seek to rid the jungle of evil. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places and live in peace. There are evil impostors who seek to blind you with promises of gold, who will only guide your throats to their blades. My rates are standard, 5 gold pieces a day with a 30-day payment up front. A small portion goes to pay off the merchant prince Jobal. The rest I give to charity.
Well,
This is what she looks like.
Those dudes up top, the dudes get swindled.
Yeah, that's Ferula Gondolo.
What's your opinion here?
Well, I certainly don't have that kind of money. But
Well, we may be able to ask for some funds from Jin-ro.
I would agree with her.
Yeah.
I would like to go visit that temple they mentioned.
She sees your bell, and she's like, oh, I would be willing to defray the retainer. Is he part of your expedition?
Indeed he is. He's a good friend of mine.
I would be willing to accept payment on a day-by-day basis.
I don't think that actually changes our situation in any meaningful way. We still need to have that money before we leave.
So you're like
No, or no.
So
We might find gold along the way.
What was the gold price again?
5 a day.
she
Oh,
she
God.
she looks like she's considering something, but she's not quite there. She might
Maybe
need a
pay
little
a
help. She might need a little help over the edge on that particular one. So I don't know. Somebody.
What do you guys with all your charisma?
Well, I got 12 charisma.
There's a
Thank you very
cantrip
much.
for this, but we don't want to use it.
Not bad.
What?
I have more.
Well, you're here. Say something.
Yeah, you were in the room, Brianna.
Phyrra? Is it?
I won't call her the same name you will. What's your name? Aelar.
Yeah, the look.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
I think
Checks ID. My name is Matt.
I definitely want to convince her to help us out, but would it be okay to say if we happen to find any riches along the way, you get an equal share, or
So, are you talking to her?
well,
Or are you
first,
talking to them?
I'm consulting first.
Are you whispering this so she's not supposed to hear you, or are you just saying this out loud to your?
Let's whisper
Okay.
first.
So she will, even though she can hear you because she's sitting directly across from you. She's a nice lady. She's going to pretend she didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go talk to Syndra. We might just be able to get some funds from her for expenses.
Because my confidence is in her as opposed to the other people we were told about.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to Syndra. But you looked like you had something that was on the tip of your tongue? Eh? Come on! Come on!
Pray, tell us your concerns.
Oh, I'm not here.
Yeah, you're not.
Sorry.
So, are you rolling something?
Yeah, I guess. Would it be perception or?
Persuasion.
You would be the one to roll that.
That would be a 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, she's like, if you find the funds, please let me know. You seem like nice people.
Okay. We may be in touch.
I will be here. No one has hired me yet.
Do you know anything about the death curse?
I know it exists.
Okay, I'll check with it.
What are we looking for again on the
Soulmonger.
The soulmonger. Have you heard of something called a soulmonger?
No, I've not heard this phrase. What is that? It sounds terrible.
Yeah, probably. We don't know much about it either. Alright, well, we may come back here. Let's... I hear Salida's very good. We can go talk to... her? Yeah, her.
Probably best not to mention their guides from this one.
If you wish to hire someone else, I have no problem with that. We all work for the Merchant Prince Jobal.
She seems like a reasonable business person.
If you pay me, my money goes to charity, if you recall.
I was just...
If that is a factor in your reasoning...
Makes no difference to me what you do with the money once you've been paid. Alright, go back to the concierge.
Okay. How did your meeting go?
We'll see.
Was there another guy you wish to see?
Oh, we're curious about Salida.
Salida, I will have her sent down to the room.
Oh, she's staying here as well.
Yes.
How many of these people are staying here?
The ones I mentioned.
Oh, all of them. Okay. How convenient. Great.
So yeah, he sends down Salida. Salida gives you her pitch. I've led many expeditions through the wilds of Chult. I know the secret trails that appear on no map, because there is no map. I hire others at your own peril. What?
That's it. Sorry.
You're not there. So, Azaka and Iku have led expeditions into the jungle that have never returned.
I don't know who those people are.
Farul and Gondolo are charlatans. Plain and simple. Old Hugh Hackenstone suffers from mad monkey fever. I'm sure of it.
I've not heard of any of these individuals.
She's slanderous.
Musharib is an albino dwarf, and they're not to be trusted.
Ooh,
And I
excuse me,
hear
ma'am.
tell that
But is he good? Is he a good guide?
I hear tell that River Mist and Flask of Wine owe money to the Zents.
The who?
The Zents.
The who?
So the Zentarim is a guild in the Forgotten Realms that basically they're like a group of rogue knights who are all about personal gain.
Okay.
So
Are they common knowledge?
They're jerks.
yeah, people know about the Zentarim, but they don't you don't go around saying I'm a Zentarim.
Yeah, but Felix would
Like-
know who they are.
Yes,
Okay.
you know who they are. So 5 gold pieces a day is a cheap price to pay for your lives.
Oh, they're all going to be 5 GP a day. aren't they?
Spend your gold
Except for
wisely.
the dumbasses. Those 2 guys are probably cheap, but they're going to be terrible guys.
She gave us information with the concierge directly. Contradicted.
Did she?
She said that the woman we just spoke to has lost people. He said
No.
that she had not.
Who? I thought it was someone that started with a Z. Whose name started with a Z. Who lost
Azaka.
Azaka.
Yes.
Oh, that's the first name
He
of
said
Storm
she
thing.
lost
I didn't write that
people.
name down.
But he said that the nice old woman we just spoke to.
Her name was
not.
Iku, though.
And
So
Our friend
the
in front of us,
concierge, the concierge could be wrong. You could ask.
they're both right. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
So did she say that Azaka and Iku had both lost people?
Mhm.
Okay. Here's an idea. Actually, I will be back.
Here's an idea. Oh,
So this is what Salida looks like.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go calling at Prince.
Prince?
Was the villa of maybe I guess the
the
merchant
guy who
where
we all work
was
for.
Cindy was
Wakanga
staying?
Utomu?
Yeah, say that again.
Wakanga Utomu.
Wakanga Utomu. I'm gonna go there.
use secure funds.
Yeah. I want to talk to Sindra.
Oh, okay.
Use
So-
secure funds. I'm gonna go to the church.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna go with my
Do I
brother.
run into him on the way out?
So yeah, just as you are entering Kaya's house
Yeah.
or repose, you run into Felix. Felix is leaving.
Wait, did you find somebody to guide us through the...
Possibly.
Alright. Well, our buddies over at the other tavern just pissed off a bunch of people.
Excellent.
10 made friends with them, but they pissed them off first.
We're gonna go see Cinder to see if we can get some items and guide.
Wait, why? You don't have... I thought you had money.
I had money.
Hold on. Jin-ro and Conail, you guys are just drinking, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, because
They're new friends.
yeah, you are currently drinking for free.
Talking about
Yeah,
dinosaur
and
races.
talking about dinosaur races. Okay, just checking in like you did not do anything else.
Yeah.
I didn't want to rob you guys
No,
of
no,
your
no.
agency. That's all. So, because we're kind of getting spread out here.
Oh,
so I
wait,
just wanted to
you don't have any money.
I have some money.
So what's the issue?
We need a lot of money.
Well, how much is a lot of money?
5 gold pieces a day for this
Is that
guy.
a lot to you?
That's a lot to you? I thought you were like... Flush. Yeah.
My money is all back in holdings in Baldur's Gate.
Make sure you get the air quotes.
Yeah, make sure you get the air quotes in there.
I feel like I pronounced them pretty well.
Yeah, it's back in Baldur's Gate notes too.
You can't afford 5 GP a day?
I can afford 5 GP a day for 3 days.
Yeah, I got
Wow.
2 days.
Turns out I'm richer than you.
How many days can you afford?
6.
Oh.
That's because you don't buy anything. There's a difference.
So,
But come along, we're gonna go see
So this
Cinder.
expedition's gonna end before it even begins, because
Nah,
we
that-
can't...
That's what I'm trying to solve right now.
Alright. I'll go along with him.
What's your first name again?
Reginald?
Reginald Meatpie?
Yeah. No, Porkpie. That's a meat guy. Damn.
I thought he was the one
Don't you ever call me
I
that?
thought he was the one who thought you could only put pork in him.
No, I'm the
You're the one with the open mind.
No, he's the one with the open mind. I have a lot of it. I have a lot of intelligence, but not an
I
open
don't
mind.
think I didn't see what you did there.
What?
And in fact, both of us may be open or closed-minded about a lot of things. This is only in regards to pies and meat.
Just so you know, I've lived with halflings quite a while, and I still don't get it.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one
He
then.
doesn't get a lot of things about halflings. Pretty much any of it. Alright, let's go see this. Let's go see what's
I
like.
like saying.
You know, I've lived with halflings for a while, and patronizing thing about halflings.
All I said was
man.
I still don't get it. That's all I said.
So many reasons why we don't invite you to the picnics.
Yeah.
The picnics.
The halfling picnics.
Yeah.
They're legendary.
The halfling cookout.
All right. So, you guys, she gave you directions. You know where you're going. You go to the Western Hill, the one that's you have to like go around. It's an interesting noise. So you guys go back the way you came. And yeah, I guess you just walk up this hill. You walk up the hill. You're in. There's just like mansions freaking everywhere, man. And you go to this villa. It's not enormous, but it's very nice. And
I can appreciate a nice villa.
yeah, and so it's got this big yard, and you guys like knock on. You go into the yard, and there's like guards in the yard, and they're like, "Hello, how can we help?"
We're here to see Lady Cinder.
Felix and
Did you catch the
Aelar-
part where we split off to go to the temple?
No, so it's just Felix.
These
Me.
two.
So it's Felix and
Reginald.
Reginald. Okay, Felix and Reginald. The guards they were standing up on the side of the pathway to the door, and they like move to sort of imply
They do the
blocking
spear
your
thing.
No, they don't do the spear thing.
No.
They imply that they're in your way, and they ask you, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, we are here to see my good friend Syndra.
You were here to see Lady Sidra.
Yes.
Okay. We will have to check that. So there's 4 of them, and the one who was talking to you motions to one of the ones behind, because it's 2 and 2, and the one behind goes into the villa, and he comes back out, and he says, these ones are okay. They can come in. You come inside the villa. It is decorated with extremely nice artwork, all of which has some sort of magical slant to it. So, like, the painting glows and slightly flows. The sculpture is kinetic in a magical way, like it spins in some way that's magical. And there are floating magical flames halfway up each wall. Neat. And there's music playing, although you cannot see where it is coming from.
Neat.
And there are swords on all the walls too.
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. He's Syndra then.
And there are rugs hanging on the walls. Yeah. Syndra is sitting in. She's standing in the entryway, waiting for you, and she goes, "Hello."
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
She goes, hello. I'm all hello.
We are relaxing in the sitting room. Would you care to join us?
Absolutely.
Okay. So she takes you further north into the building, and there is a big double door straight through a circular entryway with stairs going up on either side to the second floor. Leads you through the entryway, halls going off in either direction. There's a big table with couches around it. Sitting on one of the couches is a fine-looking young, or not young, but a fine-looking gentleman. This fella right here.
How fine looking?
Otumu. He is dressed in finery. He is dressed in robes. He looks rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's smiling and he's drinking his tea and eating his fruit. And he's having a good time. He goes, "Who is this? Syndra, introduce me." And Syndra goes, "This is Felix Blanquefort." Blanquefort. I'm sorry. He is here. He's part of my expedition.
Part of my expedition that I mentioned.
Felix would probably think that it is extremely rude to get to the business too quickly when among friends and people of such standing. So he probably spends like 20 minutes just on like small talk and shit.
Okay.
And
So
sipping
you are
refreshments.
thoroughly introduced. Wakanga asks you a lot of interesting questions about your background. Like, he seems genuinely interested in who you are because you are a foreigner.
And I would love to talk about myself.
Right, so he gives you plenty of opportunity to do that. But eventually he gets around to why are you here? It is you are pleasurable company. Why are you here?
So in our
Are you speaking to him or are you speaking to Syndra?
If he's the one who asked me directly, I'll begin speaking to him. In our preparations to carry out the job that Miss Syndra has charged us with, we are looking to hire a guide.
In charge.
I don't know, charge us with. That's fine.
He thinks it's a word, though.
Yes. Hey, fuck, he says in charge.
Okay, he says in charge.
We're looking to hire a guide to take us into the interior.
A excellent plan.
These guides require payment, for which we are perhaps not immediately equipped to provide. But given that this is surely a necessary part of carrying out this task, I was hoping that we might turn to Sindra and be able to request some expense funds for our task.
So, tell me, Mr. Blanquefort.
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 Yes.
Yes. Please tell me, why is it what you have come to undertake this mission at the behest of our mutual friend Sindra Sylvain?
Mm-hmm.
What is your understanding of why you are doing this?
There is a terrible curse going around, which is having
All
a
around us.
very deleterious effect on many, many good people, including a very close personal friend of mine. And that's bad.
I agree.
Killing the speech game.
So your primary purpose here is to end the death curse?
Well,
And to destroy this, what did you call it? The soulmonger. To destroy this soulmonger and end the death curse?
I believe that is the primary reason why we have been hired.
Okay.
In addition to wanting to help my good friend, I'm also interested in completing this to a great... I would like to be very successful in this task because I would like to make a name for myself. And spread the good word of let everyone else in the world know just how good I already know that I am.
Nice. Interesting. Just so you were aware, I am a merchant prince.
Yes.
My monopoly extends over the sale and purchase of items of magical value.
Well, we can surely find some of those while we're out there.
So, yes, I would be the one that you would sell those to.
Yeah.
If you wish to sell them. But I would be willing to extend to you the sale. Usually these items are exported, but I would be willing to sell them to you in an effort to aid you in your...
To sell less magical items right now.
Not necessarily at this exact
See,
moment.
okay.
It sounds like you don't have a lot of coin. But if you
Say, yo, dog, you got that at our warehouse.
Okay.
yes.
Cool.
I'm merely extending to you the
That is a very generous offer. I wrote down his first name, but not his last name.
Wakanga.
Let us go
Yeah, but
to
can I call by his first name?
item factory.
Sure.
That's a very generous offer, Wakanga. And I'm sure we will be taking you up on it later at some point in time. I believe there is still the matter of funds for a guide, however, which needs to be addressed.
This would be something to speak to Miss Sylvain about.
Yes, which is why I asked her about it.
Well, what about... What if I could promise you that we would bring you back some really great and highly valuable artifacts?
Promise?
You are going to do
I have a fair...
He smiles real big.
But I was thinking more like a down payment on the items. No?
I've only
I have
just
zero
met you, Mr.
Reginald Porkpie? You
Reginald
may know about some of my works.
Porkpie. No.
I was fairly well known back in Baldur's City.
Cinder coughs
Okay.
when you say that.
Like a good cough? Like, yeah, he's still telling the truth cough.
You want to roll insight? Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Alright, why not? Alright.
I got 19.
Yeah, she's stifling a laugh. So Syndra is like, what do you want?
Money for a guide.
She pulls out a coin purse and she hands you 50 GP.
50? Shit.
They seem to require more than this.
This is what I have
Look,
for you.
if we can't get out there in 10 days,
10 days
find
is a good
something worth
start.
enough money to sell to our friend here, then we're probably not doing a very good job.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you very much.
So here. She gives you 50 GP as well.
Sick.
Well, there we go. That's much better.
But she didn't say anything about me spending it on guys.
You motherfucker.
She just gives him 50. Alright, cool.
Thank you very much.
Does that work for everyone?
This is much appreciated. We'll be able to solve this really quick. We're really smart people.
You have to say it.
Alright. So you guys exit the villa. Alright,
So evil.
temple time. Which temple were you going to?
The Western one.
The
The
sucking temple.
The non-dick sucking temple.
Alright. I fear you may have gotten an
glory
inflated
hole.
sense of what this building is actually. So you guys go to the temple.
The temple.
Doom.
So this is a temple to a god of commerce and like craftsmanship.
Okay.
Wait, I thought people didn't worship. Are these
Most
crazy
people
people?
don't.
Are these crazy people too? Because
So the people who run this temple are.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're not crazy, they're focused.
But you two, you went to a temple of commerce. Yeah, it's a boxy stone structure. It is next to the rich people docks, the royal docks.
Mm-hmm.
There are people here, and they're praying for good fortune in their craftsmen and merchants' efforts. There is an immense fountain with water jets that create crazy shapes. Temple.
Okay. I look around for like a highest hat priest.
So yeah, there's like acolytes hanging out, taking donations, helping people with their prayers, helping people deal with the craft people god.
Okay.
You can talk to one of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one.
All right, cool. Then, how can I help you today? Are you looking for good luck in your next merchant? I don't know how it works.
I mean, if you want to throw some my way, I wouldn't be offended.
Okay.
I'm actually here for information.
Okay. By the way, nice bell.
Yeah, it's very nice.
My favorite part's the inside.
Me too. That's what counts. I was here because I was hoping an establishment such as yourselves might know something about the death curse going on right now.
We know as much as anybody else.
Okay.
Right. Any efforts to resurrect anybody absolutely fail.
Mhm.
It's as if the soul is just not around to be put back into the body.
Which brings me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone here heard of the Soul Monger?
What is that?
Got it.
No, seriously, what is that?
Allegedly, from a somewhat suspect source,
Okay.
it is the item causing the problem.
Okay. That's not. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, kind of here to fix that.
Oh, okay. What was your name?
Aelar.
Aelar. It's nice to meet you. I'm Malik.
You.
I'm Phyrra.
Oh, jeez. Where did you come from?
The same mother.
Oh, what? Okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Malik.
We have also decided that I'm just gonna do his god.
All in?
Yeah, why not? I have nothing better.
Okay.
I can make it work.
Do you know of anyone who might know more?
What?
Do you know of anyone who might know more?
No, I mean, this is as much as I know. He like motions around the church here, and we're kind of an authority on this kind of thing in this area. By the way, he's not all Chilton. You can see that from his complexion.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, I mean, if you do what you're talking about, that would be great. That would be a lot.
Okay. Well, thank you. We will be on our way to try and actually do this.
If you have any information for us later, we're staying over at the insert in's name here.
Kai's house of repose.
The proposed place.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Kai's.
Yeah, we'll be there, or you can leave a message with the Utumu gentleman as well.
The merchant prince?
Yes.
Leave a message with him.
What?
He'll make sure it gets to us.
Wow. Okay. Neat.
Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah. Certainly going to be slightly better now.
Bye. Well, that was completely unhelpful. So we should check
By the
out-
way, when Felix, when you went up on the western hill, with all the mansions or all the villas, there was a big ass temple with a nice glass roof hanging out in the middle of
Okay.
that. Third temple you were unaware of before.
Okay. Yeah, I got nothing else to do. Let's go talk to them.
Okay. So this temple, do you know anything about religion?
Probably only in as much as it relates to military history.
Okay, so probably not much, but you are familiar at least with the deities. So
There have to be a few holy wars.
yeah.
Just saying.
So, but like people are familiar with the deities.
Yeah.
So this deity is the deity of truth. So like even if people don't want to hear the truth, this deity is all about telling them the truth.
Okay.
And so like
Avoid it.
popular with fortune tellers, diviners, and wizards.
Okay.
Because like this isn't the real world, so fortune tellers are actually
Okay, yeah.
telling fortunes as opposed to just like flipping you or filching you. This building looks super old, like it's covered in vines, and it's nice. The stonework is well put together. The tiled roof and dome is this enormous glass thing. Resembles an eye. You figure that out once you come inside and you see the actual like design on it, which is the symbol of this deity, right?
Yeah, I go in.
In the middle of the like grand entryway, you see an older Chultan gentleman with a big bushy white beard with white hairs all through it, having a heated discussion with three gentlemen wearing hoods and robes of a similar extraction as you, as far as ethnic background. One of them is holding out an enormous ruby and trying to give it to him, and he is refusing it and telling them to go away.
Yeah.
They don't look like they want to leave until they see you, because you're the only other person in this room, and they see you like noticing them having this conversation. Brian's with you, right? Probably. Yeah. Okay. They see the two of you, or not Brian, Reginald. Yeah. Reginald is with you, and they leave immediately once they see that you're also there watching them have this conversation. Yeah. The older gentleman looks relieved, and he's like putting himself back together, and that's...
What was that about?
Oh, hello.
Hello. My name is Felix.
Felix. It is nice to meet you. I am grandfather to the Tempe.
Grandfather.
Grandfather, yes. That's my title.
That's seems like a title of some esteem.
Yes.
Unless you're simply a grandfather, in which case, congratulations.
I am both. I like you, Felix. I like your sense of humor. Yes, hello, what can I help you with?
Oh, what were those gentlemen?
Oh, no matter.
That appeared to be quite a large gemstone.
Yes, they were attempting to pay me for something I did not want to do. So I was telling them that I did not want to do it and asking them to leave. Simple as
Interesting.
that. My god casts miracles through me. They wanted access to one of them.
What sorts of miracles?
Well, that was between me and them.
Okay, fair enough. I'm here.
You excuse me, I don't know you. So.
Fair enough. I am sure that you are aware of the problems that have been going around with people who've been resurrected.
Yes, the death curse.
I don't suppose you happen to have any particular information about that.
No, I'm hoping it goes away soon.
Yeah? Do you know anything about something called a soulmonger? Is that a phrase that you're familiar
I've never
with?
heard that word or phrase
term.
before.
Okay. Well, that's about all I was here for. Well, what sorts does your temple provide?
You're here in what are you doing?
Doing here in the temple?
Yes, yeah.
I just wanted to know if you knew anything about soulmonger, because your temple
Well,
is
why are you asking me? Shouldn't you be far away dealing with this problem?
far away where?
I don't know, elsewhere.
Well, that's where we're going to be going.
What? Please explain.
We're going to be going trying to figure out the problem.
Yes, but surely it has nothing to do with Chult.
We have been brought here to attempt to solve the problem, but as of yet, I know basically nothing about it.
No. This is impossible. This problem has nothing to do with Chult. No. It must be somewhere else that is the problem.
It could be.
If I might be willing to help you.
Yeah? Do you have a reason to believe specifically that it is not related to this area?
Well, I can use my oracular powers to try and to consult the universal truths.
Is this one of those miracles to which you were referring?
Yes.
Mhm.
I will. The church will require a small donation. So
I don't need to give you a giant ruby, do I?
no.
Okay.
No.
Because I left all mine at home.
No. A mere 25 gold pieces would be enough.
And what would the divine oracular being have to say about this? What sorts of things might I expect out of this miracle?
Well, so I could meditate upon the phrase soulmonger and tell you what they have to say about that.
Okay.
This is new information to me.
Here. The other person's here is not actually here. Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, what do you... Are you trying to get Brian to pay for it?
No, opinion. Second opinion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Brian's all for it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because, like, he's into truth and...
We gotta know more about the soulmonger and, like...
Also, we have jack shit for a lead right
Yeah.
now.
There we go. Alright, I'm paying 25 GP.
All right. Come back here in exactly one day, and I can tell you what it is.
I can do that. See you around, grandfather.
Zatembe.
Zatembe. Do you prefer grandfather or Zatembe? Oh, grandfather is
Zatembe.
Zatembe. Okay.
It's important that you say the entire thing.
I will say the entire thing next
So,
time.
you know, in Chult, that grandfather and grandmother and mama and nana and, like, terms of hierarchical family relation like that are terms of endearment. So, like, if there's an old woman who is important to, like, your community, she would be nanny.
Okay.
She's not necessarily, like, your grandmother specifically, but this is the term of honor.
It's like a communal
Yeah.
respect thing.
Well, it's probably too late to follow those guys, isn't it?
Yeah, they left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Go back across
Across
town to the hotel. Cool. You don't do anything else? You're the only people here, so...
If those,
Is there a library?
A library. I mean, who are you asking?
not chauffeur.
Concierge?
That dude.
Concierge. He... I don't think so. No, you could buy books at the market. But there's no library.
I know there's like the big temples, but is there like... I asked him if he knows anybody who can tell me anything about local lore.
Any of the guides.
Curious dungeon face.
Any of the local guides under Joe Ball, the merchant prince.
Okay.
But they would charge you for it. Oh, Keenan,
Yes.
you went to the temple and then straight back to the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Or the inn. When you're at the temple, Malik introduces you to it because you mentioned you're going into the jungle.
Mhm.
He asks, "Are you going to be going to Fort Delirium?"
Not sure yet.
Okay. Could you?
It's worth a shot.
Okay.
It
So
seems to be
I have
the other way.
I have in my charge, me, Malik, the priest, have in my charge another priest, another member of our crazy club.
You don't have to do that.
So, this is Underhill Silvertusk. He's a half-orc priest. And he is looking to be escorted to not Fort Blurian, Camp Vengeance, which is down the river there. And if you would be willing to do that, he would be very grateful. He would, if need be, pay you with his chain shirt by giving you his chain shirt. Yeah, Underhill's like, yeah, we really need to get to Camp Vengeance. Would you be willing to help me out with that?
Oh, okay. I only saw Righteous.
Oh, Camp? Yeah.
I'm gonna let this guy know we'll be back
Alright.
to try and assist him with that.
Cool. These three have gone back to their respective rooms at the Kaya's House of Repose, which, by the way, free. And Keenan, I don't think he's paid you 1 GP for the night yet. Alright, well, if there's nothing else happening today, we will proceed tomorrow.
Do we have to pay for your room?
You guys are staying at the Raucous Ridge, right? Raucous Ridge, the Thunder Lizard.
Oh no, I'm staying at the fancy place.
Alright, so 1 GP from Brian, 5 SP from each of you.
Just perfect.
Hey, I got your room.
Alright.
Alright.
She just doesn't want to break up into SP.
No, I have 16 SP. But like we earned it this evening.
16 just turned
I did help him out.
GP.
Alright, so Steven and Owen roll Constitution saves.
Oh, nice. Like rats nibbling on them?
No.
No, we've been drinking, you idiot.
Been living life.
Just living, dude. You should try it sometime. Quit dying.
17.
Got 12.
Alright. Both of you successfully do not feel any ill effects from basically not sleeping very well and drinking all evening.
Hell yeah.
You wake up in the morning a few hours after these guys will, refreshed.
Multiple hours after me.
Dope.
Shut up, Elf.
Oh yeah, you can come over or whatever.
In trance.
Alright. 4 hours or whatever it is.
Cool.
When everybody's like awake and gathered, unless anyone's doing anything crazy early in the morning.
So yeah, you guys, you gather at the Thunder Lizard's common room in the morning because there's nothing going on in there.
Who are we gonna hire for our guide?
So I was thinking, since there are 4 different guides all staying at the House of Repose, and who all, at least the 2 that we talked to, asked for the same rate, what if we got them all into a room and had them bid? Tell them we're hiring a
I
guy
don't think they'll do that.
who
We don't have the reputation required to convince them they want to work for us.
So
The other problem with that is
Also, two of them know we did not have any money.
But we do now.
We barely.
the other problem with that is we don't get to choose then.
That's true.
We just get whoever is willing to be cheap.
I think Igu sounded like she was on the up and up.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Wait, I'm all about this race to the bottom here. Like,
so you gotta say, you gotta say guide.
So good? So good?
Gondola.
Yeah,
A fellow halfling walks over and he goes, "Hey, I'm a guide." Oh, hold on. Why pay for one guide when you can have two for the same price? We have the smarts, we have the goods, and we have our own Triceratops. Oh,
That's so
treasure abounds. When we're done leading you to all the ancient sites and sacred places that we know of,
No,
you'll be swimming in gold and magic.
we don't want to go to all the ancient sites.
All the other guides will lead you in circles and make you do all the work. Don't be fooled! When we return to Port Nienzero, you will have tales and fortunes enough to last a lifetime. Our price is the standard rate. We would be glad to reduce our rate for equal shares of any treasure found.
No way. That's clearly a ripoff.
Do you know anything about a soulmonger?
No, I've never heard of that. What's that?
It's what we want to go to. We don't want to go to all the sites. We want to go there.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I know what that is.
No, just kidding.
I can figure out what that is.
We'll be in touch.
Man.
we'll keep your resume on file.
I am impressed by your Triceratops credentials, though.
Is Dino racing today?
And then one of the Yamako, one of the gibbons, like falls from the ceiling next to you, and he's like, "Dude,
Yes.
he's like twitching. Beware, Joe Ball and his no-good flunkies. That merchant prince is as trustworthy as a sack of snakes, as are most of his guides. If you choose us, we will never lead you astray. River and Flask are up to the task. That's our motto. Chult is our playground. We're fast, reliable, and we know what we're doing. Standard rates apply. 5 gold pieces per day and 30-day advance. That's what Joe Ball will charge you. We're happy to serve as guides for only 4 gold pieces a day with no payment up front. Even better, we'll waive the fee entirely for equal shares of whatever treasure we help you find.
What does equal shares mean?
So, like pirate style.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, so that's like pirate style. Like if there's
We put a value on everything, and
so and split it evenly. So like, how many people are in your expedition?
12.
9. Wait, 12.
are we counting? We are not cutting your squires.
There are 9 people in our
We
group.
are not cutting your squires in on the treasure.
There are 12 people in our
But
group.
what if we told them that the shares were that small, Brian?
They're
They
standing.
don't get shares. They're part of his.
So
There are
12.
we're having a conversation in character, and he's sitting right across from you.
Yeah,
So be aware of that. He's like,
that sounds like a reasonable deal.
okay. So
Wait, but first, do you get what? Do you know where we want you to take us?
where do you want me to take you?
We don't know yet.
We need to go where the
Soulmonger.
soulmonger is.
I don't know what that is.
How far into the jungle have you been?
What? How far have I been?
Yeah.
Like super far, dude.
Yeah, but we, like,
You're part of it, man.
yeah, but where on the map does it say Soulmonger?
What do you know? What do you know about Nangalore?
I've been Nangalore. You want to go to Nangalore? I can take you to Nangalore. You want some
No.
scary?
Reginald,
Do you want some big ass plants? I can get you some big ass plants.
we don't need to go to Nangalore.
We got it. That's part of the mystery, man. We got to solve all the mysteries.
We can go there once we solve the death curse.
What if they're intertwined?
Well, then we will go to Nangalore as part of solving the death curse.
Well, how are we gonna know that if we don't go to Nangalore? Gotta explore all options, man. Also, we need to get money to finance her.
We each got 50 gold.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
But
So,
it's not gonna get. Also, maybe don't yell out how much money
Yeah,
we're carrying.
What'd you get 50 gold for?
we're not business partners yet.
Well, okay, I was sad. You can just say I'm not telling. That's fine. That's fine. Flask
Alright,
was only
alright,
asking.
hey,
Okay? Flask was only asking.
we're gonna need to discuss this. We'll come back to you guys later.
Look, okay,
We'll be in touch.
here's the deal. You see River Mist over there? He points over at like this passed out gibbon on the floor. He's like, see River Mist over there? Okay, go stand near him and like look around like you're looking for me. I'll see you. And he just like whoop, back up into the ceiling.
So they were cat people, but now they're
They weird cat people. I changed them into gibbons.
good change. I'm tired of Khajiit. Khajiit will show you the way into the jungle.
I like them.
She has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna go fix that shit.
Sounds good.
Luck.
Thanks, Brian.
What? Good luck for the things. The 8 people.
Oh yeah. 8 people style?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I like their style.
Oh, you like their style. I see.
It's the best deal, too.
Well, maybe.
So far.
It depends on what the value is. Maybe.
Well, like so, the point with that is like if they don't help you find anything, they don't get paid, right? So they have like an incentive to help you find something
Sure.
that's worth a lot of money.
But like, that's not our goal here.
Okay.
Is to find valuable
But like,
treasures.
wouldn't having valuable treasures help you with the other thing?
Yeah, probably.
Well, that was my thought, is that if we can just pay them with things that we find, we can solve the mysteries without needing to make a shitload of money.
Maybe we should see what info we may or may not get from the temple before we decide on it. Because that'll give us potentially give us more info about what we're actually trying to go find and where we're going.
Yeah. Alright.
But that's not till later in the afternoon. So I'll just wait around until then.
Okay.
Anyone
else do anything today?
Is there dino races today?
Is it dino races today? That's a good question.
Is it charm?
No, race day is tomorrow.
are there any like museums or like?
No, there are no museums. Well, who are you asking?
At the
GM?
Do I see any?
No.
No. Okay.
So it's like a casino kind of thing?
I asked the guy.
What?
The hotel?
The hotel? No,
There's like gambling and...
Yeah, no, you're in like a bar, basically, and people gamble in here.
It's like
As
an
it's a bar.
old timey cowboy saloon. Like
Okay.
people are just playing poker. That's not part of the. That's just what they're doing.
They're just having a good time.
Oh,
right
it's
now,
just where people
right
do it.
now, 10 in the morning, everyone is asleep.
No, that's just where people do it. It's not like a thing they do.
No.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I asked the guy at the counter.
Yeah, the bartender who is asleep?
Oh, there's not like a person at the front desk.
No. You're at
What kind of
the Thunder-
establishment is this?
You're at the Thunder Lizard.
No, I'm not. I stayed at the.
No, but you are currently in the Thunder
Oh,
Lizard.
okay. No, I go back to the.
Oh, okay, so you go talk to the
The
concierge.
fancy, yeah, the concierge. Thank
Right.
you. The store. And I asked him if there's any like interesting museums or like archaeological.
How late do the buses run?
There's no museum.
What is there to do for someone
Chinese
interested in
restaurants.
like art and history?
In art and history? Okay. I'm not sure.
Wow. Okay. What a
I think
thrilling
this is-
cultural.
Do you want to buy some art?
Sure.
You can head down to the jewel market.
All right. Sounds good.
Point you
Where's
to
that?
Yeah.
I'll go that way.
Go hang out at the bazaar, looking at stuff.
You're gonna go to the which bazaar? The one that was like that smelled good and was
Yeah.
under a sook,
Mhm.
or the one that was meat?
Oh, that smell good.
Okay, all right. Yeah. People try to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
Steven, do you buy it? Do you buy
Kinda.
stuff?
How much money did you start with? 5?
5 for my thing, and then it was 13 for my
Oh, okay.
class. If I didn't buy it.
This is 18 TP.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a rich man.
People in the grand thing, they try to sell you insect repellent. They're like, you want to buy insect repellent? You want to buy a rain catcher? For insects, dude.
The insects here?
Yeah.
They big?
Big ones.
Like how big?
Like real big.
Like dogs?
Like a cat.
Oh.
There's smaller ones too. Those are also in the game. But
What ecosystem develops where there's both large and small mosquitoes?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
There's like a big insect sucking the blood out of a dinosaur, and then there's a smaller insect on that big insect sucking the blood out of that insect.
It's mosquitoes all the way down.
So, people are trying to sell you timber. They're trying to sell you spices. They're trying to sell you jungle medicines. Trying to sell you dinosaur skulls.
Ooh.
What meaning is jungle medicine?
So,
What kind of dinosaur skulls?
it's medicines made out of jungle.
Jungle material? Yeah. Fresh ground jungle. What kind of dinosaur skulls?
Like all kinds. Any kind you want. This dude, you're like, what kind of dinosaur skulls do you have? He's like, all of them?
I want a Utah
One of
raptor
each?
skull.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, can they be called that, please?
The Utah.
Yes,
This is a
they're like,
Utah.
these are actual dinosaurs, so it's called a Utah raptor.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got a big ass raptor skull. Do you want it?
Yeah, how much is it?
That's 10 GP.
10 GB? No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't want a raptor skull.
Well,
10 SP.
Haggle.
What? Like 10% of what less than 10% of what I just asked you?
Yeah.
Wait, no, exactly.
Yeah.
No way, man. No. Get out of here.
Does he have like a...
So then one, and then
Yeah,
press me. It's like,
one.
okay, then you'll pay me like virtually nothing for it.
Does he have like a cat head size one or something?
Yeah, he's a regular raptor. So you want
A cat skull? No, I don't want that.
I got my neighbor's cat
How much
skull.
is that?
that? That was 1 GP.
Okay.
Why do you have
Yeah.
skulls?
Okay.
Why is everyone got skulls?
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.
Have a dinosaur.
I like it.
Here you go.
Souvenir. I'm playing with
It's
it.
nice. I mean, he bleached it. There you go.
I like seeing new things. Now I have a skull. It's a souvenir.
You would notice, for the rest of the campaign, Steve's like, I'll trade you a dinosaur skull.
Give it to
Guess
your
what
kids
I
when you
got?
get back.
What?
It's your master. Yeah, they make it into a weapon. Fist weapon.
Punch people with this dinosaur skull? No, that's a good way to shatter your
Yeah.
dinosaur skull. Alright, folks. Steven went to market time.
What time?
Anybody else do anything in the mid-morning?
No,
I'm going to that jewelry shop.
Oh, the jewel market.
we didn't settle on a guide, did we?
No, we were going to talk about it after Galen does whatever he's doing.
Get info on
Sorry, Felix. Felix is going to make good decisions.
So it's Brian. The jewel market is small and crowded,
Okay.
but all the shops are small and they're mostly selling jewelry.
Okay.
But some of them are selling antiquities.
Do I recognize anything?
Yeah, you know exactly what everything is and what it's worth.
Is any of it supposed to be magical?
No. But there are guards friggin' everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Damn, it's none of this magic. Come
Why
on,
bother?
I'm so upset right now. Alright, well. Does any of it match the medallion that I took from my first expedition?
No.
Okay. Never mind that. I don't know what it's for. it's my significant item.
I think that's honestly up to you, Brian. What is it?
I don't know what it is. I just got it
Okay.
from the first temple. I've only been on the one. So I'm from Baldur's Gate. Decided I wanted to be an archaeologist. At some point, someone decided I was a druid, so I'm a druid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went down into the sewers or something on an archaeological dig and found
In the sewers.
Yeah.
The sewers of Baldur's Gate have a lot of wild shit.
Yeah, man. Those big cities, So that's why I'm asking, because I'm trying to find out what the medallion is.
So you traded an Odiug refuse for this.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And you're like, what is it?
Odiugs are chill dudes, you know?
What is
They get a bad rep.
Yeah, they do get a bad rap. Odiugs are dope.
They're just sweet garbage.
They're just hey, can I sit down here and eat poop constantly? And you're like, yeah, man, do it.
Knock yourself out. And they're like,
You know. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Alright, well, never mind then. I don't need anything from you, Julie.
Cool. So you leave. And it's like, why were you here?
What a bummer.
Why did you do that?
I thought maybe I'd find something interesting, but it says just stupid jewelry.
Yeah, just.
Is there's nothing there that I don't recognize that's like crazy wacky and has never been seen before? Like something that might have come out of the jungle that no one knows what it is.
No, everyone.
This is just everyone knows.
People knows where these things came from.
Lame. I want none of that known commodity stuff. I'll go hang out with Felix and the rest and wait till.
Go play some Dragon Chess?
Sure.
Alright, so around noon, Galen, you were just chilling in one of the lounges at Kaya's House of Repose, playing Dragon Chess with Reginald, when Grandfather's Attempted bursts in and he goes directly to the concierge and he's like, "Hello, can you please tell me where Felix is?" And,
Grandfather's Attempted!
And you're like, "Oh," and he's like, he's obviously like, visibly shaken, right? And he's like, "Oh, I've been looking all over for you. Did you ever make the donation? You paid him 25. You did that? Okay. All right.
Who is this guy?
This is the guy at the temple that I paid to.
You gave him like 30 GP?
25.
So
you were all for it. Or Reginald was.
He says, in my visions I saw a jungle city, a city choked by the jungle, far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. And in this city there was a black obelisk draped in vines. I could not see any closer. My nerve was not strong enough. But I urge you, I beg you, please find this city. Please find this obelisk.
Could you draw us a map?
No.
Okay. Well, useful. South, he says. Reginald's kind of a dick.
No, Brian, you are.
No, not Reginald. Okay. Is that worth 25 GP?
I'm trying to decide how much of a dick to be the Grandfather's Attempted.
I mean, you're a pompous noble.
But he did say he liked me, which makes me like him.
I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. He told you exactly where you need to go.
But he implied he could have learned more, but chose not to for his own personal reasons.
He was afeared.
That's why this would make me a dick.
Okay.
No. Thank you very much.
He didn't prove his capability, so he doesn't deserve your respect because he was afraid.
So all you can say is that it's far to the south. Which way is north here? Where's the compass?
North is towards you.
Okay.
We're in that dot, right?
Yeah, so that's very far away.
He said it was by mountains. It was near mountains.
Okay.
What do you guys want to guess that where we need to go is next to those volcanoes? I hear big bads like to live either in or around volcanoes.
Alright, thank you very much, and thank you for the service of coming here and saving me the walk to the temple.
You must be careful.
Why?
That area is plagued by fire newts, and even worse, I've heard rumors that there are Yuan-ti.
Wait, which area?
In that area. In the farther south past the undead in the jungle.
Are you talking about near the Peaks of Flame?
Near the Peaks of Flame.
Near the volcano.
Would I know what a Yuan-ti is?
That's a snake person.
Yeah, but what? Sorry,
I would know. I would know what it is.
Do you have any familiarity with like ancient cultures?
Only so far.
Yeah, no, you have no idea what a Yuan-ti is. But Reginald does, and he knows they're bad news.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuan-ti are nothing to sniff at.
So, I don't suppose...
What is your passive perception?
It's whatever the default is for someone with 10 whiz and no proficiency in it, so probably 10.
10? What's your passive?
15.
15, okay.
Passive.
So your passive for path.
Ooh.
Take your perception skill and add 10 to it.
Okay, so, Reginald,
Uh-huh.
you're sitting there, you're engrossed in this conversation, but you notice that down the hallway past your meeting area, there is someone's ear, like around the corner. Basically, like someone's leaning against the corner, and as soon as Felix is like, "What is a Yanti?" the ear like disappears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it like a human ear?
Yeah.
Dark skin?
Yeah.
Was it like one of the rooms with one of the people that we...
No, just down the hallway.
Just down the hallway.
Like the hallway has a turn in it.
I'm gonna be like
leaning against the corner with their ear just like past the.
I'm gonna be like, excuse me a moment, and just like walk down the hall like I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Just go see like what is there.
Right.
Yeah, I'll whistle and be really, really subtle. Boy, there are not a lot of skills for Constitution.
Nope. By not a lot, do you mean 0?
Saving throw. And you use it for concentration for spells.
Right.
A lot of spells now, instead of having like, you have to like make a spell check and then the spell just lasts for a certain amount of time. If it lasts for a certain amount of time, you have to just keep rolling concentration checks to keep it going. So you
channel.
Yeah, basically you can like channel some spells. I haven't really looked into it, but that's what I understand it to be. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like concentration's actually fairly, Constitution's actually fairly important for casters now.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I think it's more that there are certain spells that are concentration,
Yeah.
and that if you are hit while you were concentrating on a spell,
Mm-hmm.
you have to roll concentration and maintain it.
Or if you're distracted. So if you make an attack, you distract yourself. Or if other people do things near you. But if you just stand there, you can like keep going. Yeah, do I see anything?
Well, I mean, you're just looking around.
I like wanted to walk down and like take a look over where that person
No,
is.
you don't see anything.
Is that a shut door or?
There's just an empty hallway that leads upstairs.
I'm gonna take a little trip upstairs.
Okay, so you walk around the whole hotel.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anybody. Like you see people like in meeting areas because there's multiple of those.
But any of them could have been.
Any of them. It's because everybody here is told.
Does he see the ear anywhere, though? Does he recognize the
It
ear?
was like down a long dark hallway, so it's not really.
It's one of those Harry Potter ears is just on a string. You put it around the logo. Alright. I'll go back.
Alright. Should probably find a guy at this point.
So my vote is for the monkeys.
Yeah.
Does they mind if we call them?
They're not monkeys. They're apes.
What?
What are they called?
Do you think that
Yamako.
they're probably neither of those things in actuality?
They are tabaxi in the
Yeah.
book. Who are the ape people?
Oh, okay. I thought that there's some real life brothers.
No, the Yamako brothers.
Yeah, so I think that they might not be necessarily trustworthy, but I think they'd do a good job. Especially if they have a stake in it.
So would we be doing
It's not much
share?
risk.
I don't know. And then I think Iku would be great because she seems legit.
Yeah. I think. I don't know. I like Iku.
Oh, sorry. The gibbon that was speaking to you in the bar, Flask, has an eye patch. That's the thing I should mention.
Cool.
Better. More trustworthy.
Yeah.
You know if he only has one eye, he's trustworthy.
Like most people.
Yeah. What do you think? Oh wait, I don't care about you. Because you have terrible opinions on pies.
You said that in character.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Owen has terrible opinion on us.
Eye patches are cool.
My thinking.
Like, Felix was constantly in the like, oh, we need to hire the finest of potatoes, and Connell's like, no, man, what's cheap? let's buy some hot pockets, man. Just chill out.
Get a 40-pack of top ramen. Put it in the back of the pickup.
It's done.
Iku seems to project more competence, but outside of game, the two brothers seem like they're more fun.
Is Iku the one who was talking shit about all you?
No, that was Salida.
Iku was the first one.
Salida, yeah.
Salida.
Yeah, the brothers are the primates, right?
Yeah. Felix's vote would be for Iku.
There are other guys as well that you haven't run into.
That's true.
One's an albino dwarf.
There's a druid we haven't talked to. We haven't talked to Azoka Stormfang.
There's two guys.
You think for a moment?
Wait, whoa, druids are cool.
Did you ever think that we haven't spent enough time agonizing over the guide?
Wait, who's the druid?
We haven't talked to her.
Let's go talk to her.
Yep.
Let's talk to them.
The druid is
Druid.
Quasha.
I mean, they're all in the hotel, right?
Yeah, just go to the...
Well, there
the
are four
rebels.
guys living in this.
Is one of them a druid?
One of them is the druid.
Yeah,
yes.
let's go talk to them.
So you set up a meeting, concierge has Kawasha come down. Kawasha comes down to the meeting room, accompanied by an anthropomorphic creature about the size of a halfling that is made of vegetable matter.
You almost need it.
Alright.
Vegetable matter?
Shoot, did you pick me?
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's pretty cool. But we don't have to pay veg creatures.
I'm sure he
Not
disagrees.
fertilizer.
Sure he disagrees.
I don't know about that.
Nitrogen soil payment.
Alright. I, Kawasha, am a druid and a member of the Emerald Enclave. I seek to rid Chult, my homeland, of the undead menace that threatens to eradicate all life.
We got that in common.
My veggie piggy companion is well versed in local flora and fauna. Chult is our home, and we can guide you as no others can. Our fee is 5 gold pieces per day, but that amount is negotiable if you are willing to help us destroy any undead we might encounter. Perhaps together we can receive the blessings of the Chewinga spirits that watch over this sacred land.
Alright, let's do this
That
one.
sounds pretty good, yeah.
Sounds dope. Also, he's got a lot in common with us. Like, we want to kill all the undead, and he wants to kill all the undead.
He's a druid.
Yeah.
I thought you were like really waffly on undead, Brian.
No, I'm cool.
He's
if-
coming around.
No, so I'm cool if someone wants to make a undead. Like, that's legit.
You should tell
If there is an army of the undead trying to take over the world, then I'm like, well, that's kind of throwing everything off balance.
You should tell her that.
Right.
Him.
Or him.
Kawasha.
Yeah,
and
I will have a long, extended academic argument over whether or not one undead being created for like an hour is equivalent to an undead army
It's
controlled
only an hour! I'm only going to torture this person for an hour.
Okay.
Aelar is super anti-undead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's super down.
No, like, but everyone's down
Yeah.
with killing all the undead. I am not like siding with undead ever. I just think that like if someone casts like anime dead once, it's not a big deal.
Alright, so you're pro-undead. Got it.
That's definitely what's happening.
Specifically, I'm not that kind of druid yet because I'm not
I'm
second
not
level.
that kind of druid.
Because at second level, I could actually choose my circle. But the Circle of Spores basically sees undeath as like just another part of the cycle of life.
You should talk to Kawasha about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to tell her about your views.
Him.
Or him.
Yeah.
Brian introduced him as a her. And
Yep.
So to what
with it.
degree is this fee negotiable, seeing as we have a couple of people who are strongly, as well, anti-undead? Oh,
This guy over here has like this bell that rings when undead are around. It's pretty cool.
That's good. Let's. Pretty cool.
if he were conscious right now, he would probably,
Or here.
yeah.
Let's negotiate. Roll negotiate.
Oh, we can do that.
You're the one saying it.
Alright.
Oh,
Negotiate.
wait, you have 12, right? That's solid.
More charisma than anyone but Bree.
Hey! 18.
Tucker
All right.
sheds more
Yeah.
than most cats.
Yeah.
Which that's a fucking lot.
You need some brush. Somebody needs a brush.
Yeah, he would like. So if you're super committed, like if it, so you are, so he's like, okay, so what are we talking about here? As far as like, are we going out and finding undead specifically, to go kill, or are we just?
I suspect there will be a fair amount of undead involved in the task that we have been assigned.
We want to solve the mystery of why this death curse is affecting everyone.
This is a good thing.
We want to solve that, and we also want to discover what's causing it.
This is a good thing.
And we want to find something called a
And
soul
along
hunger.
the
That
way,
sounds like a bad thing.
And like maybe an undead thing.
yeah. But we want to stop all that stuff, destroy it. We want to like remove this death curse, and that will probably involve a heavy amount of undead destroying,
Okay, I will.
which we are well equipped to do.
I like
because we got that.
this a lot. I think we are aligned. I could go 2 GP per day.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
We can do that.
Shake his hand, please.
Dealio.
I shake his hand with a flourish.
No need for such formalities. He doesn't.
Please, I insist.
Okay.
Does he want payment up
doesn't
front?
really
It's
want-
not a deal if we don't shake
He
hands.
wants payment per day.
All right.
So you are engaging my payment. Please press gold pieces into my hand.
I press 2 gold pieces in his hand.
I am at your service. Where are we going?
South. We have been told south.
Yeah. The Flame Peaks.
France? We are from France?
Peaks of Flame.
Okay, so we had described to us a city, a jungle city, a city of the jungle, enclosed by cliffs and full of snakes,
Okay.
which is far to the south. Does this sound familiar to you at all?
Snakes, no.
Probably near the Peaks of Flame.
There are no cities in that direction.
What do you know about Mangalore?
Mangalore is a place that you should stay away from.
Good, because we're not interested in it.
But if you wish for me to take you there, I can.
We do not
So I
wish
have
you to take
this
us there.
map to some sort of powerful artifact that might help us.
Oh.
Reginald, if you wish to hire a guide on your own time, that is your business.
We'll talk about it later. We'll discuss. Druid, you know.
Mangalore is a place in the jungle where you can find plants that do not exist anywhere else.
That sounds useful. Like herbal stuff.
They are incredibly potent for many purposes.
I'm pretty good at herbalism.
That would have been a funny sentence to end like 6 words earlier, where you can find plants that
Yeah, do exist. Yeah.
They aren't supposed to. So
You come across a plant that does not exist. What do you do?
You've encountered a 4-pointed triangle. How do you react?
Can I speak to him in Druidic?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, do you know anything else about this that might be like
what is this?
the curse? This curse?
No,
Have you
I
done any?
I am aware that there is a death curse, but it is not our bailiwick to deal with souls. So
True.
I don't really
True
know
that.
about that.
Sure thing.
I myself have not been resurrected ever, so it hasn't really affected me. Yeah, but
I told him, I'm like, well, also, Felix his heart's in the right place, but,
You guys talking about me? I heard my name.
no, yeah, we're speaking Druidic.
Yeah, you said Felix.
Is that
It's not like there's a word for Felix in Druidic.
If I'm speaking Druidic to this guy, and I said Felix over here, does he know I said Felix?
well, so first of all, you pointed at it.
Yeah, also.
I'm just telling him how cool you are.
But I do want to establish right now that when you're speaking Druidic, it's a lot of like bird noises, whistling, and like body language, and so that conveys a particular accent on what you're saying. So none of the words would be like long words. They would be, you would create a new way of saying your name. So that represents that idea.
So yeah, we're just saying cool things about you. But just in the future, if you have any like serious questions, you might want to approach someone else who's more knowledgeable in that aspect. Like if you need undead questions, I would go to this guy. Felix isn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed,
Okay.
but he's got the money to pay you. All right.
So there's a guy who was also given 50 gold for the guide.
Yep.
The instant that Brian gets into a conversation that Caleb is locked out of, immediately throws him under the bus.
Yeah.
Like, first fucking thing.
I didn't mean it in that way. I just meant like
I didn't mean anything bad by it.
Reginald showing himself to be a true and earnest member of the Fellowship of Friends.
I mean,
Or the
I
Order of Friends.
I am not loaded in charisma.
All right.
Or
So you guys are
Is that
setting
your bird?
out on your expedition.
Your bird?
What's happening?
Is this your bird?
Okay.
Get it.
Is this a good time? Do you guys want to keep going? Want to stop?
I'm doing for whatever.
What do you guys want to do? Owen?
I'm not
Owen's
feeling up to
asleep.
playing, but don't stop on my account.
I know. I'm
We
just
also have
asking
2
you.
party members that are gone.
Yeah,
This
so
seems
that's,
like a reasonable
I feel like this is a good spot to stop.
My Tom Tom's not feeling good.
Yeah, I noticed that. Was it the Cheez-Its and milk?
I don't know.
That was not meant in that way. Thanks, guys.
I think it's the taquitos from earlier coming to haunt me.
Okay.